Hey everybody, Ms. Dietrich here. We're going to take a look at some of the questions from Math L11, page 108 through 110 on solving problem in the coordinate plane. So I thought not that one, it was number 3, 4, and 5 looked a little bit tricky. So let's try to digest this a little bit. It says which point in the location of the fourth vertex of rectangle, or which point is the location of the fourth vertex of rectangle RSTU. So I just want to remind folks that opposite sides of rectangles are equal and congruent. So that's a little bit thick. So let me just make a different line. Let me delete that and I'll just form a freehand line. So if we have a line over here, then that means that on the opposite side of the rectangle, we have to have an equal and congruent line. So whatever the length of this line is, it has to be the same thing as this. So it's a good idea to just use these 2 points to count what the distance is between them so that you can kind of keep track on the bottom part, right? Because you can visually see where it's going to be, but let's talk about how you would do that. So I would count from either S to R or R to S and just kind of keep track. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 units going that way. So what you should do is count from here and count out 8 units, but just go in this direction. And then you'll stop when you have 8. So if we count this way, we would go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then put a dot. Now remember, we would connect this and this to form the vertical line and this to form the vertical line. So this has got to be point U right here where this dot is. So now it's just a question of figuring out what is that ordered pair, because that's what they want you to come up with. So if we start from the origin, which is here, and ask ourselves, do we have to go to the right or to the left to get to that point? We have to go to the left. How many? 1, 2, 3, 4 to the left. So the x-coordinate is going to be a -4. And then we have to go down from here, 1, 2. So the y-coordinate is going to be a -2. So look to see which answer choice matches what I just said, and you're going to pick that. All right, now number 4 says, what is the perimeter of the rectangle? So we have to pick from these choices. Now we know that opposite sides of rectangles are equal and congruent. So if this is 8, this has to be 8 over here. But what's the length of this line? Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So if this is 6 over here, then this has got to be 6 over here. So to get the perimeter, you're just going to add up 8 plus 6 plus 8 plus 6, and then you'll have your answer. Now for area, remember area, they want to know how many of these little boxes do we need to fill up the inside of the thing. We have to find the length times width, or base times height, to get the answer to that one. So we're just going to simply take our length, which is 8, and multiply it by our width, which is 6, and that will give you the answer to number 5. All right, so good luck finishing all this up.